a new video. This is a really spontaneous video I'm taking. I wanted to take it like this week. Also sorry if you can... I wanted to do this video this week to do kind of like a life update, but mostly talking about topics that you suggested me to talk about. And the first thing is that you asked for recipes that I like to do quite often. And I thought I'd just show you how I do my Japanese curry because it's really easy and I love it so much. So yeah. Okay, first we need rice. It's really important. I always buy this one. I think it's sushi rice, and I've got this thing. My mom gave it to me. I just mostly do 2 cups of these and wash the rice 3 to 5 times. This is really important. I know people who don't wash their rice and I can taste the difference, so. Then you just need to cut an onion, and I always cut also a carrot and potatoes, and then just any random other vegetables I have. That day I had leek. I'm really loving leek at the moment, and this is the curry I'm using. Yeah, and then you just chop it. So excited. Oh my god, I love having cheese in my curry. Okay, I ate half of it, and also in Japan my aunt used to do the curry for me before I went to my internship place 4 years ago, I think. And I sometimes, when I have leftovers, I can also eat that curry in the morning. Like, I love it so much. So I asked you on Instagram about some topics that you're interested in. There are also some questions. And yeah, I have my laptop here, the questions. So first one, what are your dreams for your future life in general? I think this question is so much in focus at this time of my life because I'm finishing my bachelor and I'm thinking, where do I want to head? And I think you have guessed it by now that I'm really interested in sustainable fashion. So since creative business is just a bachelor that I'm hopefully gonna finish successfully, that was just really broad. But yeah, therefore I really want to go in that direction. My dream would really be to work in a sustainable or maybe also social fashion company, ideally maybe in Germany, but it's still an international company. I would love that, to be surrounded by internationals and to keep on talking in English, because that would be so sad if I lose that. Yeah, since it just gives me so much joy. I personally also see my dream life. Like, I really also want to have kids in the future, but yeah, it's not, I don't have that much of a clear picture. I just see where it takes me, I guess. But yeah, I hope I will get into the masters. So today's Tuesday, and on a Thursday I will get the information on if I got in. So it says on their website that they have only 20 spots, but on LinkedIn, oh yeah, that's something I can recommend. I texted someone, just a random person on LinkedIn, but it was really funny because it happens to also be a person that did the same internship that I did at Merz Schwan in Berlin. But I didn't know that before. I just googled the university, and then you can see like people who graduated from there, and then I'd ask her just a bunch of questions and how she would answer, and I got the best answers. She wrote like paragraphs about the university, so if you're not sure if that university is right for you, maybe it's good to get 1 or 2, 3 insights from really people who have been there. That helped me a lot and also encouraged me to try it, because in the beginning I even didn't think of applying because I thought, oh my god, 20 people only, I will never make that. I think that person also said she wasn't sure if it's more like 20 spots for internationals and then for the country they have more. Yeah, I want to upload this video on Sunday and then I will know. I hope it's positive news. Oh god, it is 7 AM. I couldn't sleep any longer. I think I already dreamt twice about getting the result. Oh my god, okay. I'm first gonna tell you what the program is called. So it's called Fashion Marketing and Management. It has a really high focus on sustainability, and the application process was that you had to write a motivational letter, and yeah, that was like the main thing. And the problem with my application was that in the week, so then like you apply and you get invited, if you're lucky, to the interviews, and then they tell you the result. Then I didn't get any like email about like if I'm invited or not to the interviews. And I actually have a friend who's also a really good friend who is also applying to the same program, so it is like so nerve-wracking. And she got an email about that and I was like, why do I don't get any emails? And luckily I wrote them an email because it turned out that they, I don't know, forgot about my application, or I think they thought I handed it in too late. I handed it in on the 6th of January, and they said it has to be before the 1st of February, so maybe they thought it was the 6th of February or something, I don't know. But luckily I texted them back, and that's why like a few days later I got invited to an interview. The interview went quite good, I think. Yeah, I think I could really talk passionately, is that a word, about sustainability and fashion and things like that. It was just 15 minutes interview with one person, and now a week later we get the results. I think actually everyone in the country where the study is gets the result, and I have no clue which hour they release it, so let's see if they already released it at 7. Oh yeah, and I only applied to 1 master degree because I found it extremely difficult to find one that I first really like, and second is payable, because in other countries like sustainable fashion or something, it costs like 20,000, and the one that I applied to is tuition free for Europeans, so that is also definitely a huge thing where I'm like, I want to do a master that my parents don't have to like pay a lot, and that would be amazing. But yeah, let's just see where God takes me, okay? Okay, I'm gonna log into the internet. I'm not sure if I will get immediately a email. This feels so unreal. I think I was on this website for a million dozen times to see if anything changes, and this feels like a daily task to do. Can I click enter? Okay, it's not up yet. Oh no, I have to wait an hour at least more. Oh my god, I hate this. Okay, see you later. Okay, it is 8 AM now. The sun is rising. It looks really pretty actually. No, still no result. I'm gonna refresh. Oh my god, I think they're out. Wait a second. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, I'm not ready. Messages. Congratulations on your admission. It says conditionally admitted because I still need to finish my bachelor. But oh my god, guys, I'm going to Borås, Sweden. I'm moving to Sweden for 2 years. Oh my god. I hope you're excited to stick along. Oh my god, it's gonna be so exciting. Yeah, then another question was, how is life in Utrecht? And I think now that I'm gonna leave this place, I'm the wisest that I can be, I guess. I think I can really recommend the city. It's also a bit called the small Amsterdam. It's 20 minutes from Amsterdam, and it's not a touristic place. There are a lot of students, also a lot of international students. There were a lot of also Germans in my study program, but yeah, I think what I love is just cycling to the university and be surrounded by green areas. I think that is something that shouldn't be taken for granted, and I think that's really special. Also, when people visit me, they really realized how clean the air is. Sometimes they say it smells like cow. I don't know about that. I don't smell it anymore. But I think that really helps to, yeah, for the mental health, I guess, also that you cycle a lot. I must say though that I think COVID influenced my my study experience a lot, because due to that I was just here for maybe 2 years or something, because I only had like 2 semesters or so really on the campus. I think that's also why I don't really know a lot of people in Utrecht that I'm also friends with. I mean, I'm also not really the person who has always like big friends groups. I'm more like picking people and then I just stick with them. So yeah, that was fine for me. I'm also not really like a party person. Yeah, I think I really can count on my hands, I don't know if you can say that in English as well, how many times I went to a party place. So yeah, I can't really say too much about that. I really like cafes in Utrecht. I think there I also got to know the best ones in my 4th year. I really love Bank, for instance, because it's just a perfect study place, except of the library. It's like an old church they turned into I think it's also a hotel, like you can book also rooms there, but you can also have brunch. But then they have like the Empore, where you can like study, and I really like that. And yeah, just like seeing the canals, and Utrecht is kind of like this middle thing, and then like there goes a canal around it, and it's just so beautiful to have walks there, and there are parks, and I really love it. Oh, and also what I now discovered is that I have like a membership at like a uni sports thing. It's only 20 euros and I can just do any courses. I did like yoga, Pilates, Pilates, I don't know how you say it. I did like step and shape and power pump, which is like with lifting weights. So that has been like a huge enriching thing that I really want to keep on trying out new sports and be active, because it just does a lot to my mood, and I really feel so much happier. So yeah. Oh my god, I'm already talking 9 minutes. Okay, so the next question, or a few people asked like long distance relationship, and some I think also are gonna do it during their Erasmus. And yeah, I have quite of a experience yet I guess. I mean, I'm just 23, but yeah, and I feel like long distances it's definitely hard. I just wanted to also say I really hope you don't think my relationship is like the perfect thing ever. Obviously, you don't share like fights. I mean, I'm not a fighting person, but like, yeah, low things on the internet, I think that's like really private. I think what I find hard about long distance relationships, like even though I'm already in the relationship for a longer time, is when you visit the other person, then you come back to your own place and have to like start getting into your routine again. And that thing happens so often. You had like the best time ever, you go back to your place and you feel like, oh my god, everything is shit. And it always takes like 2 or 3 days, or in the beginning also a week or so, until you really are like happy again with your own life. But that is also really, really important and valuable experience every time again, to realize, oh my god, I can just live my own life without the person being next to me, and I'm totally like rocking it. I don't know. I think that's really an empowering thing, that you learn that you're not so much dependent on the other person. Yeah, I guess what you all probably know is that communication is the key. I love calling, like I nearly don't text with my boyfriend, and I really value that a lot, because they can experience some misunderstandings because you don't really know how a person like meant things that the person wrote, and also always knowing when you see each other again is so important, to have like a date, something you can look forward to. I also feel like through long distance you always have these moments where you're deciding, okay, I'm gonna go with the other person, ride the train for 10 hours or whatever, and you really commit to also spending money. It is sometimes expensive, and you really always kind of think through, like, is it worth it? Do I really still love the person? And can I also see myself doing this long distance relationship like further in the future? Like where do I see us in the future? And I think that can be good and bad, because you overthink your whole relationship so many times. Like, I think comparing to normal relationships where you just live next to each other and there's not really like a lot of pauses where you don't see each other and you can reflect on all that you experienced. And I found that in the beginning also really like draining to always just question everything. But then on the other hand, I think it's really strengthening the relationship, because you know you're really both committed to doing that. So yeah, but it's definitely not easy, like emotionally, and yeah, just emotionally. Full stop. Okay, one thing that I can just relate on is a person saying, I don't know how to make decisions. Or maybe, wait, the person says break up studies. I feel like with big decisions where they are just mainly influence myself, so which is, yeah, the study, where I want to move, where I'm going next, is something that I think I'm good at, like doing decisions, because most of the time I just feel it in my gut, like what I'm passionate about, what city, what topic I'm interested in. But strangely, when it comes to small decisions, for instance, when a person, even my friends, when they ask me like, Hannah, what should we cook? Like, what do you want to eat, or what movie do you want to watch, or something like that, it gives me so much anxiety. And it's not always the case. I think with my maybe best friend it's not always like that, but I have a lot of these moments where people ask me that, I'm like, oh my god, no, please stop. I don't want to make this decision, because I am a person who gets so stressed to, for instance, like choose a meal and then we cook it, and I'm quite an overthinker, so I always think like, does the other person really think that tastes good? Yeah, I have like so many thoughts about that for me it's so much more chill when the other person decides on that. I really have no problem eating something that I think it's like a 5 out of 10 or so. I rather like other people to be fully content. Maybe that's also a bad thing, but I just grew up with that, and so I'm comfortable with this, like really comfortable. So when sometimes people ask me to do and like decide on those things, I get even more stressed and have so much pressure on myself. And yeah, I don't know if someone can relate to that, but I just... Okay, there's like one thing I remember during high school. I was visiting my friend's family and we had breakfast, and it was like maybe a cheese like on the other side of the table, and I had in front of me like jam, and I don't like jam that much, but I chose to pick the jam on my bread, even though I wanted, like, I like the cheese more, but it was like too uncomfortable for me to ask like, hey, can you give me the cheese? Like, I rather know that I don't disturb people, and I don't know, I adapt, I guess. Yeah, I think I'm way too good at adapting to others. Okay, because I already talked so long, I'm just gonna talk about one other thing, that is friendships and like managing time, and mostly like distance friendships, because I'm a pro at that. I tell you. I feel like the other day I feel like it's a hobby of mine to... I mean, that sounds a bit bad, but I mean just because I spend so much time with it. Yeah, I think now, since I traveled so much in the past, which I'm really happy about, I know people from different places, and like 90% of the people are not living in Utrecht, but I still really want to keep the contact. And so I just find myself weekly answering a 10-minute voice message, and it is so much, it is really effort to put in. And I think also if you have this distance relationships, you really have to think like, is it like still worth it, because it is time consuming. And but on the other hand, I really like doing that. I try to like go on walks and do the voice messages. I have a lot of phone calls, but it's really like, I would say I have to like 5 to 10 people that I'm really close with. I think I'm also someone who doesn't have like casual friendships. Like, either the person knows everything about me, or yeah, I don't know, we don't really update. I don't know. I just think 90% of my friendships are like, we know everything. And I really like that. But this also, especially now, makes me question a lot like where I want to live in the future, because I feel like sometimes I'm questioning like, why am I in Utrecht? Like, there are like 2-3 people I really love, but I feel like my heart is like split in so many other directions and countries that I wonder, like, I really hope I can later live in a city where at least 3 or 5 of my friends are living, because it would be so sad to like have this like my whole life, yeah, to not see them that often. And maybe you think, oh my god, you're traveling so often, but I also travel mostly because of the people. I don't really always think, oh, I really want to go to that place. I mean, for interrating it kind of was that, but I mostly visit just my friends who are doing Erasmus or living abroad. And yeah, Okay, I think that's the end of the video. I don't know how long it is. It will probably be really long, so if you listened until here, thank you very, very much. Thank you for all the comments and the support, and I hope you're doing good. Take care, and I see you in the next video. Bye!